Welcome to the Oilers TV live draft coverage here from Rogers Place. Tony Brar here, thanking you for making us a part of your afternoon. The Oilers selecting Luca Munzenberger, 90th overall, third-round selection from Germany. He's a left-shot defenseman, 6'2", 194 pounds. Captained the Cologne team, the U20 Cologne team back in Germany this past season, recorded 3 points in 6 games, and also played in 5 games during the World Junior Hockey Championships this past season. He is also a University of Vermont commit this upcoming season. I know there's a little bit of confusion online talking about 22-23, but it's actually for this upcoming season, 2021-2022. We'll be hearing from Luca in just a few moments' time, and also be hearing from Jake Chasson, the 4th round selection for the Edmonton Oilers, 116th overall. He's a right winger from the Brandon Wheat Kings. Without further ado, it looks like Luca's standing by, so let's go to their media availability right now.
Welcome, media. We're joined by Luca Munzenberger. Again, if you have questions, please use the raise hand function. If you have a follow-up question, please ask it following your first.
Thank you so much for having me right now. So very excited about the questions.
All right, we'll start with Paul Gazzolo, Oilers TV. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, Luca, congratulations on being drafted. What's it like to be taken by the Edmonton Oilers, and can you describe yourself as a player?
Yeah, sure. So right now I'm very excited to get drafted by the Edmonton Oilers. I think the Oilers organization is a great organization, and we even have our athletic coach is from Edmonton Oilers, so it's Patrick Love, and he used to coach the Edmonton Oilers. So I talked to him a little bit about it, and the Oilers is just a great organization. I'm very excited to be here, and to get to the place where I talk about me as a player a little bit. I'll probably say that I'm a big defenseman, play hard, defensive zone, and focus on the defensive game. And if there's a possibility to join the rush, I'll do it. And I'll probably compare myself a little bit to Donnell Nurse. And I like how he plays. He's a great player. So thank you.
That's awesome to hear. Is it safe to assume you're a little bit of an Oilers fan already, just with Leon and the connection there as well?
Oh, yeah. Leon just texted me like probably 10 minutes ago, and he's a great guy. So I think if you're German and you're a hockey player, you got to love the Oilers because of Leon.
And what are you looking forward to next season? I know you're heading over to Vermont. What are you looking forward to in that experience?
That's right. I'm at Vermont right now. So I got here 3 weeks ago, and we've already started practice, and it's been great so far. And I love to be here. First experience in the US, and I love it right now. So I'm pretty excited for the season to start.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Luca.
Thank you.
Next question, Reed Wilkins, 630 Chad.
Thanks, Sean. Hi, Luca. Congratulations on getting drafted. So just to clarify, you're at Vermont and you're playing this year already, because I saw something that it might be next year, but it is this year?
Yep, that's right. I think it was on Elite Prospects. They put in the wrong date. So I'm at Vermont right now, and I will start my freshman year this upcoming fall. So
okay, just wanted to clarify that. So thank you very much. I'm just wondering if you can expand on the Draisaitl angle. I mean, soccer is big in Germany. There's been some famous F1 racers and tennis players and stuff like that. But how big is Leon in Germany right now?
Right now, Leon is probably the best athlete Germany has. He even got an award last year for being the greatest athlete of the whole year. So Leon is pretty famous in Germany. And the cool thing is that Leon is from Cologne, and I used to play for Cologne in my juniors. So the connection there is pretty nice. And like my hometown is a 30-minute drive from Cologne. So I know Cologne pretty well. And Leon is from Cologne. So that connection is pretty good. And Leon is just a huge star in Germany, even though hockey's not that popular as it is in the US or in Canada, but it's starting to grow up, especially because of Leon.
Okay. And I also want to ask you, you've played games in Edmonton.
That's right.
Under kind of unusual circumstances. I know you couldn't have known then you'd get picked by the Oilers. What was it like being in the bubble and playing at Rogers Place at the juniors?
It was a great experience, though. I liked it a lot. We got there, and the problem with our team was that we had a couple of COVID cases. So we had I think it was 8 players of us getting tested positive. That was pretty bad, but the facilities in Edmonton connected to the hotel, that's great. Like, the arena is very, very nice. I loved it to play there. It has been such a great experience, and I can't imagine how great it's going to be with fans in there. Because of Corona, there wasn't any fans allowed in there, but with the fans, it's going to be a huge experience.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next question, Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
Hi, Luca. Congratulations. You mentioned, the comparison there that you have, or you think you have of yourself and Darnell Nurse. Can you expand on that? How do you feel maybe you play like Darnell?
So I think that Darnell Nurse is a great defenseman in the first place. He's a big guy, strong defensively, focuses on his defensive skills, has a great stick on puck, plays huge in the defensive zone on penalty killing. He's great to have, a great guy to have out there. And he also joins the rush if he can, and is pretty solid on the offense, and a great guy in the offensive zone too. At the blue line, he's making easy shots to the net, getting the pucks through there. I think he's a all-around great player, and I could see myself being in that spot in a couple of years with that focus on the defensive end. And then if there's the possibility to join the offense, that's, I think, my style of play.
Right. And I think I maybe misunderstood one of your answers there, just in regards to the Woodcroft family. Obviously, Jay is, with the Oilers farm team in Bakersfield, and you will have Todd coming up here. Can you just maybe expand on that, what the connection is, and if you've had a chance to talk to Jay about the organization as opposed to just Todd?
So I've not talked to Jay about it, but unfortunately I've talked to Todd a lot, and
yeah.
The connection there is just a great one, because we have Patrick Love, as I just said, the athletic coach from Edmonton, who's our trainer right now. And then we have Todd. Todd's a great guy. He knows so many people, and especially the connection with his brother in Edmonton. I think during the next couple of days, I'll definitely talk to him, and Todd will make that connection. So.
Great. Thank you.
Sorry?
Thank you. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions, media? Thank you. If there are no other questions, this concludes Luca's media availability. Thank you, Luca, for your time, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Hi, Jake. Congratulations on getting picked.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, so you're a draft eligible player in the Western Hockey League that played about a third of the games you'd usually play under very unusual circumstances. What was it like for you trying to impress the scouts and have a good season under those circumstances?
Yeah, for me, I think we're pretty aware by the end of the summer what our season was going to look like. We had really good communication with Brandon, which thankfully allowed me to stay focused. And I was practicing with the Chilliwack Chiefs junior A team out here, where close to my hometown of Abbotsford. And yeah, they pretty much were communicating with Brandon, allowing me to be on the ice as much as I could. And when I got to Brandon, it was all go ahead. Had the guys around me support me and really kind of handle my stress a bit with the draft. And I had the best guys around me in Brandon, and I can't say enough about the coaching staff and team there that supported me through this journey and for my first few years in Brandon.
So I'll ask you this one: how would you describe yourself as a player, and what are the next steps for you? That if we talked maybe a year from now, you were to say like, "Oh yeah, I really improved in that area."
Yeah, for sure. I am definitely a two-way forward with offensive upside. I'm a playmaking guy, and I like to play with shooters. I feel I have a good sense of vision and passing ability. As I continue to kind of grow into my frame, I've put on a couple pounds here since the end of the season, and maybe what Central Scouting had me weighing in at. So I'd like to continue to work my power forward game, improve my skating and my physical play in the next coming season here, and hopefully find improvement there and keep working until I'm comfortable where my game's at, and gives me the best opportunity to make the jump to the National Hockey League.
Who's a player or two you grew up watching and have said, "I really like that guy," or "I'd love to be like that guy"?
Yeah, I love to pull pieces of Elias Lindholm's game. I feel he's really good, has some of the best vision in the league, and he's a guy that I think can create offensive chances for his teammates, but doesn't shy away from scoring the goals either. He takes care of both his ends well, and I mean, every given night he's one of the hardest working guys on the ice, and that's something that I strive to be.
Given the whole interview process, I mean, did you get the sense the Oilers were very interested, moderately interested? I mean, did you think maybe they were leaning towards grabbing you if they could?
Yeah, you know what? I felt a couple teams, Oilers being one of them, I had an eye on for a possibility of ending up there. Obviously, just some great talks with them, and through the whole process, there was a couple teams that had interest of maybe a bit more than others, and I was always comfortable and talking to the Oilers and confident with what they thought of me. And it's just a huge honor to be given that opportunity. And there's a lot of kids out there who would love to go through the same thing that I'm going through right now. So I never take it for granted, and I'm just so happy and honored to be selected by the Oilers.
Well, congratulations! Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next question, Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
Hey, Jake, you mentioned Elias Lindholm there. Does that mean you were a Flames fan growing up?
You know what? No, wasn't a Flames fan. I mean, pretty biased towards Vancouver here, being a BC kid. But I got to see a lot of Oilers, Flames, Canucks just through their rivalry and through their geographical location. It kind of just allowed me to watch a lot of their hockey. And from a young age, I always loved watching players rather more than teams. So I feel that that's definitely helped me in improvement of my game. And it's something that is, I love to watch the game and be a student of the game. And watching a guy like Lindholm was always intriguing and always fascinated me.
I just wonder, was there, from your perspective, was there a lot of like anxiety this year? Just that, given you said you kind of had a rough idea of how the year might shake down, but you're playing games in the 20s rather than 60s and long playoff runs, etc. Right? So the thought that maybe games mean more, individual games, and you're not sure if the season could get pulled or whatever. Right? Was there a little bit more anxiety this year in trying to do well?
Yeah, you know what? Every guy that hockey or not, just in life, a lot of guys people were faced with a lot of adversity through this year, and it's something. Yeah, I think I definitely leaned on my teammates a lot, and they helped me. They helped me a lot as well as I helped them. So with the season happening, I know it eased a lot of those problems, and it made a lot of guys more happy. But I think it's just another piece of adversity that a lot of young athletes go through, and getting through this process as a whole was a big stepping stone, and I'm just glad to be kind of through it now in a sense, and keep looking upwards towards what next season's going to bring.
What's the next kind of progression in your game? Do you feel as you head back presumably to the WHL next year?
Yeah, I definitely want to improve my skating. I feel like that's going to be something that can allow me to be a more dominant force in the league. Excited to get back there with the guys and continue where we left off. I feel that 2 years now we've kind of been on the short end of the stick with a playoff run, two top teams in the league both years. So we have a pretty similar group coming in next year. A lot of guys are willing to buy into the system, and I'm just excited to get back with them and show what we can do as a whole and make some noise in the league.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question, Paul Gazzola, Oilers TV.
Congratulations, Jake. I understand your uncle won a Stanley Cup in '99 with the Stars. Just wondering if that family pedigree helped you at all with this process.
Yeah, for sure. Uncle Doug there, he made a hell of a career for himself. I mean, kind of a later round pick, and he was in my ear a lot through this process. Was a really good character guy and a real team guy for his teams as he was playing through his career. So definitely having a guy like that to lean on and talk to. I mean, he had this pretty much this whole draft process nailed down to what guys were going to go where. So I think just his eye for the game really helped me this year and allowed me to kind of just trust my game and who I was and just have fun with it. I mean, not to take it all for granted and really slow down the process and take it all in. So definitely having him there helped me and helped me find an interest for hockey at a young age as well.
Any other questions, media? Great. This concludes Jake Chasson's media availability. Thank you, Jake.
Thanks so much, guys.
And there were the latest additions to the Edmonton Oilers organization. Again, Luca Munzenberger going 90th overall in the third round. 6'2", 194-pound left shot defenseman out of Germany. He captained the Cologne team, the U20 Cologne team, I should say, and is a University of Vermont commit this upcoming season in the NCAA. We saw the University of Vermont flag behind him. Couldn't wipe the smile off his face, said now teammate and fellow countryman Leon Draisaitl reached out to him to congratulate him. So certainly a special day for Munzenberger and his family. And then in the fourth round, 116th overall, it was Jake Chasson, the lanky right winger for the Brandon Wheat Kings. Weighed in at 165 pounds heading into the NHL draft, but did mention he put on a few pounds of muscle since the WHL season ended. As you can see, he's a prolific goal scorer in the WHL. Really got off to a good start with 9 goals in just 23 games to begin this season, of course, the shortened WHL season. Also added 11 assists during that campaign. So far on the day, those are the two major additions through the draft, but also some major news coming out this morning, officially signing goaltender Mike Smith to a 2-year contract with a 2.2 AAV. Mike Smith returns after posting some great numbers last season, including the highest save percentage in Edmonton Oilers franchise history in a single season. Now, we will be hosting another live show later on in the day with the Director of Amateur Scouting, Tyler Wright. Time is a little bit TBD just because we're not really sure on when the draft will conclude, but it seems like round 4 went a little bit quicker than round 3, as should be the case with the ensuing rounds, as we are currently at pick number 137 with the Vancouver Canucks in round 5. So that's going to do it for this stream of the live show. Be sure to check out EdmontonOilers.com. A lot of great content so far. Both Paul Gazzola and Jamie Umbach putting up some great draft content with the Skilled Center and the pick yesterday, Xavier Bourgault, along with Jamie Umbach, also touching on the Oilers' first-round pick yesterday. And Jamie also putting out a blog just moments ago, Unfinished Business, talking about the signing of Mike Smith earlier this morning. So that's going to do it for this stream. Thanks so much for joining us. Tony Barr signing off, and we'll see you in another couple of hours.